Welcome back, Journey Squad. I'm Maria, and thank you for joining me on my journey. And this is Maria's Tarot's Journey with me. Come along, and let's see where the energies is going to lie for February 20th, 2019. Alright, y'all? Hopefully everybody's energies was being aligned for their highest good throughout today. If not, we're going to see what tomorrow has in store for us. I've already pre-shuffled and meditated on the cards. Just giving it a couple more quick shuffles on camera so y'all can see how I shuffle my decks. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it's up to you, collective. Alright? Bottom of the deck, overall energy, Two of Swords in the reverse. Still struggling and unable to make a decision. Okay? And with the Ace of Swords coming right behind that. Take that too. And what we got here? Communication. Eight of Wands. So, collective, let me try to set this up for y'all so y'all can see the overall energies. If it doesn't fall and crumble, come on. Okay. Be mindful, y'all. I'm working on a better setup. Just be patient with me. Up. You know what? I'm going to set it up right here, the way I always used to. So the overall energies for the daily energy read, February 20th, will be the Two of Swords in the reverse, y'all. Ace of Swords in the upright, and the Eight of Wands. Let's go. Looking good, y'all. Okay. Seems as if this full moon in Virgo is gonna help a lot of people get out of some dark and negative energies. Top row, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. The Queen of Pentacles is ultimately the type of female that is abundant. She possesses wealth, power, intelligence, and beauty. And she stands in her truth, especially with that Ace of Swords in the upright as the overall theme and energy for this daily read on February 20th. Many of you out there, y'all could be sitting in this power tomorrow, moving forward for the rest of the week, because these readings can be timeless. And as you sit in this Queen of Pentacles energy, you're also going to be powerful, and you're going to be in your strength. You're going to be on your best A game. Despite that Two of Swords, indecisive in making a decision, ultimately, once you gain that balance within and realize that can't nobody stop your grind, collective, y'all gonna make that decision, or the universe will make it for you with this Two of Swords in the reverse. by providing you truth and clarity, and communication and action is going to take place with the Six of Swords. So physically, you're going to start to make moves, to move into calmer waters emotionally and mentally with the Six of Swords in the upright. A lot of you out there, y'all taking advantage of this full moon. Looks like, because tomorrow's energy is on and popping, yo. Many of y'all gonna find a renewed strength within yourselves to keep moving forward despite the setbacks and being indecisive. But at the end of the day, with that overall energy of the Ace of Swords, you're gonna regain truth and clarity within oneself. With that Eight of Wands energy, you're gonna start talking to yourself, collective, and you're gonna realize that at the end of the day, as long as you stand in your truth and you continue to prosper in your own life without being dependent on anyone else. Strength card. Y'all gonna move into calmer waters, collective. And that's what's up. Communication gonna be coming in. Y'all probably gonna receive some sort of downloads tonight. If y'all manifesting, trust and believe. Y'all manifesting hardcore. Hardcore. And through that manifestation, y'all gonna develop a newfound sense of strength within oneself to make that judgment call with this Two of Swords in the reverse. And ultimately move into calmer waters or situation. Moving into calmer waters is basically you telling yourself you're no longer going to sit in a state of confusion. Because if you're going to do bad, you could do bad by your damn self. But at the end of the day, Spirit is showing me that many of you out there in the collective, y'all not going to be doing bad at all. Especially with this new beginning of a truth and a clarity and having a sense of self and understanding that you are the Queen of Pentacles. You're loving, you're caring, you're nurturing. You take care of your body. You take care of your mental health. You're starting to see the truth and the clarity in your situation. And you're going to take action with the Eight of Wands energy. Moving forward to know that the only strength that you need is the strength that comes from within you, collective, in order to mentally detach yourself from any indecisive conclusions that has kept you stuck and stagnated thus far. Now, the second line, the second row for the daily energy, we coming into energy of the High Priestess in the reverse. The High Priestess in the reverse is basically someone out there in the collective, because many of you on the top row, you know, y'all gonna find your inner power and y'all gonna make some power moves. But on this second row, I'm seeing some resistance happening. So it's a split. Depending on the process of your inner development, is many of you out there in the collective that are not going to be listening to their higher selves and making that decision with the Two of Swords, despite having truth and clarity within the situation that has left you out in the cold and feeling, you know, that you lack Pentacles, which is money and abundance. And that's why the Four of Pentacles is also here. Many of you that are struggling with these three energies at the second row of this read, that have to go within. Don't allow the universe to take control of a decision that is being given to you from your higher self. Sometimes when the High Priestess is in the reverse, this is just basically refusing refusing to see the truth. But with that Ace of Swords in the upright as an overall theme for this read, most of you out there, you're going to have to come to that understanding that whether you want to accept the truth or not, feeling left out in the cold and feeling neglected and abandoned and feeling like you lack certain things in your life, therefore, y'all going to be holding on to y'all pentacles and holding on to the situation for dear life. With that Eight of Wands energy collective, some of you out there, I'm not saying all of you, some of you out there are going to have to learn the lessons the hard way. And when I say y'all going to have to learn the lessons the hard way, I'm basically talking about this Two of Swords energy. The Two of Swords in the reverse is basically not being able to make a decision for your highest good. When she's in the upright, she's refusing to see the truth. But with this energy being in the reverse, many of you out there, y'all well aware of the truth, but y'all refusing to listen to your higher self, right? And I say y'all know the truth because y'all already have gained truth and clarity within whatever predicament you find yourself stuck and stagnated in with this Five of Pentacles energy. The top row, most of you out there in the collective, y'all gonna be in a good headspace. But for the ones in the bottom row, it's some things that you holding on to for dear life. With this Four of Pentacles, you keeping yourself closed off. You refusing to release anything out of fear of lack. Fear of lack within oneself, that you're not going to be having enough abundance, prosperity, or what have you. But the Eight of Wands is going to be right on your tail. Because ultimately, that Two of Swords energy, that's coming to gain some sort of mental clarity without your permission. And once that takes place, you can no longer hide from this High Priestess. You cannot keep secrets to yourself and keep denying the simple fact that whatever situation that you're fearing to move on from, because you don't want to feel left out in the cold from a certain individual, situation, person, place, or thing, the universe is going to put you in a situation where you ain't going to have no choice but to start releasing and purging and letting go of things that don't serve you. Because ultimately, that Two of Swords energy, you'll be faced with a decision. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. So let's get some clarification. Alright, Journey Squad? You ready? Let's clarify this High Priestess in the reverse. I'll be using the Morgan Greer Tarot for clarification. Spirit, can you clarify the High Priestess in the reverse for the collective, for the daily energy, February 20th, moving forward? Why is the High Priestess in the reverse? What is it that the collective is not seeing or refusing to acknowledge within oneself that's keeping them entrapped within their own minds? And Five of Pentacles represents fear of losing, fear of being left behind. Something in the collective, many of you out there, y'all could be lacking the ability to make a clear and conscious decision to take action, to remove yourself and stop holding on to whatever's not serving you. But there is hope, because the Strength card is sitting right above the Five of Pentacles, y'all. For some of the collective, on the top row of this energy read, the first three cards, a lot of you out there, y'all gonna let go of your resistance to change, and y'all gonna accept the simple fact that it's time for y'all to move into a different direction. Show me why the High Priestess is in the reverse, please. Death. It's time, y'all. Death. The High Priestess is being clarified by the Death card. Death of an old idea. Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out and neglected in a certain situation. Death represents transformation of one's thoughts. Ace of Swords. Truth and clarity will be revealed. Two of Swords in the reverse. A decision will be made with or without your consent. Because whenever the death energy pops up over the High Priestess, whatever secrets you've been trying to avoid within yourself, by trying to avoid the simple truth that you don't want to be left out in the cold, the universe will position you with this death card to have no choice but to make that decision, to transform your thinking and find a new way to move forward with these Eight of Wands, y'all. Change is scary, but it's necessary in order for us to grow as a human being. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Show me why the Five of Pentacles is here. I thank you in advance, Spirit. It's many times, excuse me y'all, it's many times in order to achieve the things that we seek in life that we feel will make us grow as a person, we have to come to grips in terms with this death energy and allow this process to occur and stop avoiding listening to our inner selves with this High Priestess energy. Whatever secrets you've been running from, could be your wreckage of your past, trying to avoid feeling rejected in a certain situation. Spirit is showing you that it doesn't matter how much you run or how much you try to hide from your own truth. It will be revealed. And the Five of Pentacles is being clarified by the World in the reverse. I'm simply telling you guys, you're running away from some sort of imaginary fear that you've projected within your mind, within yourselves, due to the lessons that you have not been applying moving forward, out of fear of being rejected or feeling like you're going to lose out in a situation. But at the end of the day, everything that you believe is happening to you is not happening to you. It's happening for you. So you can transform into this death energy and reinvent who you are as an individual and know one thing. If you keep on running from who you really are, the cycle of fear will continue to dominate your outside world. Take this world in reverse and transform it with that death energy being clarified by the High Priestess, and start seeking the answers from within your own self. Sometimes we got to sit with ourselves and actually ask ourselves some hardcore questions. What do you want out of your life? Where do you see yourself 3 months from now? Take baby steps, but just get to the root cause with self-communication by taking that first initiative and that first action with passion and determination within yourself. to figure out with this Six of Swords energy, why do you feel a need to not learn the lessons that the universe is presenting to you, in order for many of you out there to transform your way of old belief systems by being unwilling to go within yourself? It's like we try to run and avoid from the person that we really are. But at the end of the day, I'm here to tell you, the universe will always reveal to us our purpose in this life, whether we accept it or not. With this Two of Swords energy, you must always remain in position and stay on guard and hold that inner strength within yourself. To be aware is to be alive, and in order to be alive, you must live. You must live and accept yourself for who you are, pentacles or not. You're still a queen and a king. Let's get it, y'all. Show me why the Four of Pentacles is here. What is the collective holding on to for dear life? Four of Pentacles. I thank you in advance, Spirit. And when I ask Spirit to clarify, I'm like a buffer. I'm asking the Spirit within you to connect with my spirit within me in order to clarify through the tarot, to deliver a message of promise, of hope and freedom from one's own self-sabotaging and defeating attitude about how far they can go in their life. But I'm here to tell you, once you understand the lessons that are being presented to you and you no longer are running from yourself, you are no longer running from the responsibility to take action with that Eight of Wands, to take action and apply the lessons learned with that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, being clarified by the Five of Pentacles. This Two of Swords energy will no longer put you in a state of perpetual fear of facing one's own self and transforming and changing into a better version of yourself moving forward. Four of Pentacles, please. Show me what I need to know. Yes, I thank you in advance for my collective. Journey Squad. Journey Squad, you know what it do. I'm going to keep it real with y'all all the time. I don't like to rush through these readings. I like to take my time and clarify and get the message out in the proper sense where you can come to a better understanding, collective, that many of you are going to stand in your truth and y'all going to accept the change. But many of you are going to refuse to listen to your higher self with that High Priestess in reverse, out of fear, a perpetual state of being in a lack state mentality where you're not applying the lessons that you have already endured. You holding on to some sort of superficial lie that's keeping you entrapped in your comfort zone and not allowing you to see the transformation that needs to be taking place. Let's get it, y'all. Clarify the Four of Pentacles for the collective. Show me what I need to know, Tarot. Yes. Okay. Let's shuffle it. Cut it three ways. Mind, body, and spirit, y'all. Four of Pentacles is being clarified by the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is basically in the reverse, and this is an energy of someone possibly gathering information to use against you. Therefore, you're holding on. You're holding on to your privacy, possibly, out of fear of being rejected in a connection. It's your story, guys. You gotta fill in the missing blanks. I'm just a messenger showing you that this Page of Swords in the reverse, he's coming at you with this Four of Pentacles. But he's coming at you to cause you more harm than to cause you any good. And if you continue to stay stuck in the world energy in the reverse, collective, you will not apply the lessons with this Page of Swords in the reverse. Some people, they come into our life and they pretend to be our friends and they smile in our face, but deep down inside they very jealous and envious of what we already possess. And you know what you already possess? You already possess the elements that can get you to the next level in your life. But it's going to take strength and perseverance and truth and clarity with the Ace of Swords, y'all. To know one thing: without action, there can be no change in mental growth or development. But y'all have the energy to move forward and take that action and communicate not only to yourselves, collective, but to those around you that you already know are not representing you for who you are. But because of the cognitive dissonance that we have placed ourselves in a state of fear of not wanting to accept the connections that we have been involved with, the death energy is here showing up to let many of you out there in the collective know, whether you like it or not, you're going to make a decision. Either way it goes, whatever decision is made, you have to be on guard and prepare yourself and stop holding on. And stop holding on to a lie that is not serving you for your highest good. Because the Page of Swords represents someone coming in with a message of communication. And because he's in the reverse, you know, I've heard other tarot readers explain this card, saying that someone's spying on you, gathering information to use against you. And I truly believe that that could be the case in this scenario, moving forward with the energy for February 20th. A lot of you out there, y'all choosing to stay with the blindfolds on, even though we don't have the Eight of Swords. But we got the Five of Pentacles with the World in reverse. And that's simply telling me we don't need the Eight of Swords to show us that we're not listening to our inner selves, already knowing the truth. We just got to embrace the change that the universe is trying to send our way. Whoever this Page of Swords is, exercise your strength that you're developing to know one thing: you don't have to entertain any type of fools or individuals that are going to come in with fast, swift communication with this Page of Swords that's going to keep you in a mind frame of the Five of Pentacles. Fear, lack of losing not only yourself but your assets. But if you take heed to the lessons and apply them moving forward, this Page of Swords energy don't stand a chance when it comes to this Queen of Pentacles, because she knows her worth. And she's not going to allow anyone to come and try to cut her throat and make her feel any less than what she already knows she possesses within herself, collective. Let's pull a daily oracle wisdom card for you guys. And I'm going to let y'all go. Alright? This is the Amy Brown wisdom deck. So let's see what the fairies have to say about this energy for February 20th. Whoa, okay. All right, I'll take it. Yes. Let me get the book out. And what we got here? Hummingbird dream. Hummingbird. Number 30. 10, 10, and 10. Completion, 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 y'all. It's time to transform and change. With that death card energy. Let's get it, y'all. The only fear you should be afraid of is the fear of not taking action to allow the universe to transform you into another state of being for your highest good. Hummingbird. The key word for this card is the smallest. Even those who seem the least to us have their dreams. The tiniest and the weakest have their place in the universe, just as we do. They have a special job that only they can do, a place that only they can fill. There is no one being that is more important or worthy than another, regardless of the form in which they choose to express themselves in life. We marvel at the tiniest hummingbirds. How can it move its wings so rapidly that it can hover in one spot and then fly off in a split second? What strength and agility it has. What divine form. It's hard to believe that something so tiny can bring with it so much beauty and wonder. If you're feeling small and insignificant, remember your uniqueness. The only shoes you have to fill are your own, and they fit you just fine. There are no insignificant people, none who are less whole than another. Eliminate prejudices and judgments, whether cast upon yourself or another. If you feel that another is not up to the normal standards, then realize that it is what you are projecting upon them. Change your perception and see them truly as they are, a reflection of God energy. Just as you are, Spirit expresses itself through us all in its own way. It is not for us to second guess. If you are feeling less than whole, remember your divine birth and take comfort in knowing that you are divinely perfect. Pursue your dream and know that you are divinely guided. Have faith in your dreams and your abilities. It's okay to have faith in the dreams of others too, to encourage and help them to believe in themselves. I am a unique human being. There is no other like me. My purpose is my own to fulfill. No one else can do this. Spirit expresses it through me in a way that only I can give expression. My gifts to the world are mine alone to give. I am in divine harmony with all life. So be it. And just for today, try to get into your smallest genes today. Alright? That was just a little side note they put in the bottom of the definition. But yeah, collective. Hope this helps out moving forward throughout February 20th. Listen to the message over and over if you have to, guys. And know one thing. It's only through finding your inner strength. No matter what people say about you or how small you think you are in this world. Stop holding on to false ideals based on other people's projections of who you are. And start listening to who you are deep within. And know that you could never lose out on anything. Because the universe is working to help you see the truth of ultimately the decision will have to be based on you to believe in yourself or not. It's been real, collective. I'll see you in the next daily. Alright, y'all? Peace.